For the presidential project, I chose to write about the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, and the current President, Donald Trump. There are many differences between the two presidents. Jimmy Carter served as like a Navy officer and a president, and President Trump, he has no military or political background, but he is an entrepreneur and a TV host with very little knowledge of politics, and he is a Republican. Jimmy Carter focused on human rights and world peace. He helped Egypt and Israel come together peacefully and obtain the ratification of the Panama Canal and established full diplomatic relations with the people of the Republic of China and completed the negotiation of the SALT II treaty with the Soviet Union. Carter helped bring the safe return of the hostages while also protecting America's prestige. Due to all his efforts, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1987 for the Camp David Accord. And in 1979, he instituted sorely needed conservation measures because the OPEC, they tried to raise oil prices, and he didn't want that to happen. So basically, he lowered the prices so it would be more affordable for the people of the United States, because they rose it up to like $20 just for a barrel. So he lowered the prices. I don't really know specifically, but he lowered the prices by a lot. And he established the national energy policy that deregulated oil policies to increase the U.S. supply. He also signed the Alaska National Interest Lands Conservation Act, and that protected like 100 million acres of land. He created the Department of Education to help with the schools of the nation, to see their performance and enforce the civil rights upon the nation and the schools. He increased the payroll taxes to keep Social Security from going bankrupt. He also raised the minimum wage. It should be noted that he wasn't accused of having like foreign countries or anything interfere with the United States also. And for President Trump, he's a Republican, as everybody knows that, and he did a lot of different other stuff. Like, he started a new trade deal with China, and it promises to lower some of the walls Beijing has for like the foreign companies, and it opened the financial markets and offered even greater protection for intellectual property. But it leaves tariffs for Chinese imports, which was like $360 billion. That's like worth goods. And to make it all up, the Chinese would have to spend around $200 billion worth of American goods, which is like, to Trump, that's like a significant shift away, that experts say move trades away from policies, from free markets, and an earlier era of managed trade. Trump was also the first president to meet with North Korea, unlike President Carter. Trump does not appear to be concerned with he's not concerned about like world peace. He's concerned about what for our specific nation. He wants our nation to be A-okay before world peace and all that. And he wants to make sure that everybody has equal rights. He's pushing the deportation of many Mexican Americans, and he does whatever it takes. He doesn't want like illegal immigrants to go across the nation. So he's trying to move them back to Mexico and build a wall also. And there are many differences between these two presidents, but they both were trying to do what was best for the nation. And sometimes it didn't work, sometimes it did work, but they were just trying to do what was best for the nation so we will all come together and be as one. But honestly, I'd vote for Jimmy Carter because I am a Democrat. So, well, I'm not really a Democrat, but I'm around a Democrat-based family, so I would lean more towards Jimmy Carter. And looking at all the stuff he did back then, I still would have voted for him even if I was a Democrat or wasn't a Democrat, because all the stuff he did for America was just really good also.